right, let's talk about expectations for Dan Campbell this year. What should be expectations as a head coach? Sorry, y'all. Not as a coaching staff, but as a head coach. Let's talk about it. Check out the Detroit Lions Talk playlist. Support the channel. Thumbs up. Share the video if you haven't. Subscribe to the channel. Appreciate that. But I'll be back on camera tomorrow. But yeah, I mean, expectations. You know, expectations for him it shouldn't be wins and losses right now. Honestly, it shouldn't be wins and losses. Not too many low wins, not like 2-3 wins. I mean, but I think you want to see progression. You know, because being a head coach, people just think it's X's and O's. You should be a play caller. But no, you got to set the schedule for travel. You got to deal with players crossing the line. You got to be a social general. You got to enforce deadlines. You got to enforce curfews. And you talking about putting curfews on grown men. Not no college kids, grown men that make more than you. So, I mean, it's a lot people just look at on game day. But can you be a leader of men? And that's what they had with Caldwell. You know what I'm saying? If Dan Campbell could be a leader of men and show that fire, then maybe Lions fans would be happy and shut the hell up. But first off, he got to be a leader. And then he got to be a manager of people. A manager of time. A manager of schedule. You know what I'm saying? And then once we get past all of that, then we could talk about coaching staff. And then we could talk about, game management. But it's a lot that he got to deal with. But remember, people missing one critical thing when you talk about Dan Campbell is that he said Sean Payton groomed him for this. He said he groomed me to be a head coach. He groomed me to show how to know how to draft. To be honest, if Dan Campbell is a success in Detroit, and I think most people consider success as winning a Super Bowl and being contenders and being playoff contenders year in and year out, I think Sean Payton coaching staff is going to be the hottest out there. But people just thinking it's all about wins and losses, but no. Can you rule the team with an iron fist and still get respect and still have those guys run through a wall for you? Because they're gonna show up because they got to get a check. They're gonna show up for practice. They're gonna show up for game day. They're gonna show up for all of that. So before we talk about what he do on the field and his coaching staff, shit. Is he going to be prepared to manage a team? Personality, schedules. Remember, the coach lay all that out. The coach is the one that helps set the travel schedule. That set the time for walkthroughs. Is he going to listen to his veterans and say, okay, coach, we like to get up I'm just hypothetical. We like to do walkthroughs early in the morning on Saturday. We like to get up around 11 to 12 after breakfast and do our walkthroughs. Or he gonna be like, shit, I'm gonna do it at 5 in the afternoon. You only give y'all 5 hours or 6 hours for curfew. He could. But it's gonna be a thin line between listening to your players and putting your own opinion in there. It's gonna be a thin line. What about the travel schedule? Listen to your players again, or do we want to travel early? We on the West Coast trip. And we playing Vegas. Then we travel to play Dallas, hypothetically. Then we travel to play Houston, just hypothetical. Can he go to Martha and say, you know what, Martha, I want to stay on the West? And tell the players, hey, look here, man. I know y'all got families and all that. Fly your wives, fly your mistress, your girlfriends out, fly your family out. Y'all can fly them out. I'll be a little bit lax on that. We're going to stay on the West Coast for the next three games for almost a month. I think it's going to be better for us to get used to the time zone. And that it's going to be, if he can have that open line of communication and respect for the players. And also, can Martha finance that? Is Sheila going to be able to finance that? Is he going to be able to get that anything I need from Sheila for that to happen? And all the people just think coaching is excellent. Hell no. It's very hard for a coach to call plays and manage a schedule and manage men. People just think, oh, you go out there and coach, we practice. Hell no. He got to overlook the special teams, the offense, the defense, the D-line, the offensive line, the backs. Sheesh. All that's him. And then we talk about travel schedule. Then we talk about practice schedule. Then we talk about travel walkthrough schedules. You know, then you remember what Sean Payton say. He want all his players to wear on the turf. When they go up to Lambeau, he want all his players to wear gym shoes. I forget what it was. Certain type. No one. It was a certain type of cleat when they went up there, and he got it from the owner that they can get massages and everything after the game after their feet hurt. So it's about that. If you could lead those men, and you can have a great travel schedule, you can have respect, and your coaches do this. You know, they able to do what they do in your position coach. He gonna be all right. But the expectations for him is to start the mastery of that. To go from inexperienced to okay, to average, to good, to great, to excellent, to master. You know, and that evolution or that maturation process starts this season. Okay, I know we went out west today. Last time. This adjustments I gotta make. Last week, I know we did this. We supposed to run the ball 30 times. We ran it 15 times. Let's get with Aaron and see what he's seeing. Oh, I wanted to blitz more, get more pressure on the quarterback. We didn't do that last week. Let's see if we can correct that. That's what it's going to be about. But the number one thing about football, it isn't just talent. You know, it's honestly putting guys in the right position, getting respect, talent, and coaching. Coaching is more important in the NFL than it is the NBA. You know, so like I said, man, I think his masteration process of that's what's important. That's what's important. Then we can worry about X's and O's and firing coaches and getting rid of players, but you know, and also the media. You know, is he gonna be Marty Waterwig or Rod Marinelli, or you know, also the mastery over the media, not telling them too much, not speaking too much, because all that eccentric and very boastful and very, you know, how can I say it? His very radiant attitude and very radiant character. When you getting your ass whooped, people ain't going to hear that. The media ain't going to want to hear why you won, why you lost, why this happened, why this didn't happen. They're not going to want to hear you be positive and talk about pad level right, Rod Marinelli. No. They ain't going to want to hear that crap. You know? So, I honestly think just the mastery of that. And then we can worry about managing coaches and all of that. And also, you got to talk about clock management. You know, going for it, punting, you know what I'm saying? Knowing when to call timeout. All that is going to be a learning process. Don't expect the best Dan Campbell year one. But we expect to see some growth year one, some improvement year one. But ultimately, if you ask me if the Lions are going to be successful this year, what's going to have to happen on all three phases? Offensively, Jared Goff. The only way they're going to win is if Jared Goff step up. If Jared Goff come out there and be way better than Matthew Stafford, that's the only reason I'm going. I was watching every pick six from the NFL on the NFL page on Facebook, and Matthew Stafford had 3 of the pick sixes. So when you talk about Jared Goff, being at his best, not turning the ball over, but you know, making plays downfield. You know, and then you talking about Jared Goff playing well. Only reason Jared Goff gonna play well if they run the football. If they run the football, Jared Goff gonna be all right. You know, and also the offensive line is gonna be a lot better. The offensive line gonna be a ton better. You know, so really it worked hand in hand. If Jared Goff is gonna play good, they have to run the ball, get the offensive line going forward, imposing their will. and then run the ball, and Jared Goff gonna be good. You talking about the other phase? This is one thing that really worried me. We're gonna get a little bit into this later into the offseason is the kicker. You know, Randy Bullock, whatever he is from Cincinnati, the kicker worries me. No, he wasn't good in Cincinnati. He let the fans tell us. So that's one part of the game that worries me. And also, you fire the old special teams coordinator, and he had special teams playing very, very well, blocking punts, all that stuff. Kick returns we ain't had in years, and all this. So that worries me as real too. You fire that guy for a mistake. You know, that could have been a learning experience, and our special teams playing better than any other unit. But also losing him, you know, worries me. Because he could have been a candidate to be an eventual head coach. But going forward, talking about the defense, just, you know, you just want to see technique, accountability. You want to see a pro football defense that has a little bit of personality, accountability, and the player's imagination spark. Not saying I'm looking for a top 5-10 defense again. I'm just looking for improvement. I'm looking at a system that's going to have different complexions. I'm looking for a system that got a little bit of color to it. So that's what I'm looking for. Check out the Detroit Lions Talk playlist. Let me know what you guys think for more videos like this. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can reach out if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsor, video request. All my social media links subscription. Twitter's the fastest way than Facebook and Instagram. Links there. Facebook group links subscription as well too. Want to make a financial donation? Cash App, CJ Good 313. That's in the description. PayPal link there as well too. But hey, let me know what your guys' expectations of Dan Campbell this year is, and they're different than mine or some of the same. Let me know. Appreciate it. One time for the one time. CJ Goodfellow, Mercy Sports Talk. Peace. All right, all my Detroit Piston fans and all my Detroit fans, all my Motor City Sports Talk fans, make sure you guys go check out Piston Mike. We got him over 100 followers. So make sure you check him out. Everything Pistons, man. He gonna hold it down and do his thing, just strictly on the Pistons thing. You know, I got the Lions and Pistons, but man, we always trying to help people get their channel up. Let's get them to 200 next, 300 next, 400 next, 500 next, and let's get them all the way to a rack so you can start making that bag. Appreciate you guys. Make sure you go over to Piston Mike as you see it on the screen. Let's get them to 200, then 300, then 400, then 500, and the whole shebang. Peace.